since I can't watch Hell's Kitchen. I told my mom, don't talk to me about it.
Oh, she wants to talk to you about it?
Yeah. She said, well, why don't you watch Gordon Ramsay Uncharted? Like, what? I didn't even know that existed.
So what's up, guys? We're watching The Haunting at Hill House today. We are live. Mrs. October didn't know. I caught her with a sneak record.
Oh.
So this show's been pretty phenomenal, man. We are wrapping it up today. 2 more episodes. One of the episodes is like 70-something minutes. So I'm just hoping for a really good finale to the series,
answers.
man.
We need answers in the series, but It's so good.
My biggest regret is that early on I didn't catch all those ghosts in the background, because I thought I was looking for like casted shadows, but no, I was looking for straight up.
They're like real
ghosts.
Actual ghosts that you can actually see like their hands and everything.
There's a lot of weird things going on in this show. It seems like reality's slipping away from people. It seems like their subconscious is picking up things from another realm. You know what I'm saying? Or something like that. I don't. Yeah, it's the freaky deaky in the show. So I don't really know how the show's planning on wrapping up. I'm so excited to watch it, man. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us throughout this journey. If you guys have any more shows like this that you want to recommend, man, now is the time for sure. And on our Patreon, we're probably gonna keep it Patreon only, guys, but we are gonna start The Walking Dead soon if you guys are interested in that. Obviously these episodes will be over there, the full length uncut reactions. We got our tissues ready. Actually, we don't. I gotta go grab some because I know Mrs. October's probably gonna cry.
Why would I cry?
Because you are a cry.
Well,
baby.
yeah, actually there's been a few moments in the show that's really got me.
Well, everyone's been saying from day one that bring tissues in the last episode is one of the saddest episodes and all that. So you guys know me, man. I got my tear ducts are dried up, baby. These things just don't really cry that much, but
they're in a drought.
Yeah, it's a drought season, but hopefully this show gets me, man, and we'll see. All right, let's go.
Let's go.
You dozed off, huh?
I guess I did.
Back in the crib. Show you how I live.
Carry them up.
No, I'll take this while I can get it. You remember when Steve and Cheryl were this little?
They grow up, that's for sure.
Pretty soon they won't be caught dead like this.
Oh, they'll go full Theo on you. You can't prevent it.
Well, you know, that one. She would never, not even when she was little. I wish I could just freeze them, keep them just like this forever.
Nah, we need to let them grow.
Your arms
Nah, I
asleep.
feel that.
No,
You guys coming?
yeah.
Watch his head. Oh my God, that was close. About bonked him, didn't he? That was weird.
Yeah, why did that
I don't
happen
know.
like that?
That's happened a couple times in the show, and I'm ready to get to the bottom of it. There's a lot of things that don't make sense right now.
This is like Ryan on his keyboard.
Yeah, he's like,
Don't you call those slipples?
slipples.
Yeah.
Oh, your nipple slips out?
You don't have that problem.
No, my nipples slip out if I wear a tank top. Like if I do like a crossover with my left nipple always slips out a little bit.
So you have slipples yourself?
Yep.
My God, what a storm. We slept through it, I suppose. I hate storms. Hate them. Since I was a little girl. And this one, well, I slept through most of it too, but it gave me the strangest dreams. I actually like them. They relax me. My daughter, though, is terrified of them. I hope she moves past that. I guess it's all about how we feel when we're young. Doesn't ever really change. I suppose not. When I was 12, my dad died unexpectedly. I'm sorry. Me too. It was a car accident, and one day he was there, the next day he wasn't, and I didn't really know how to handle it. I just was numb. Didn't even cry, not even at the burial. That isn't unusual, especially for a child. A couple days after the funeral, my mom left me at home with my little sister, and I was sitting in the living room in my dad's recliner. Always made me feel so small, sitting there. And suddenly, it bubbled up, and I felt it all, finally. I started bawling. The dam just broke. And right then, I heard these taps on the window. Rain. And I thought it was weird because it had been sunny just before, and it wasn't supposed to rain. But it got violent. I thought it had to be hail. It just had to be making that noise. So I cried harder. The hail came harder, too. And I'd been through hail before, but not like that. Now, this sounded like rocks, like actual stones. one of the windows in my sister's room broke, and Janet shrieking, and I ran in there, and I could see it. It was rocks. It was small, black stones hitting the windows, bouncing up off the ground outside. I saw the stone that broke the window, too, right there on the carpet. It's about this big. And my mom came running in, and she was bleeding from her scalp. I remember that just from running up the driveway. She got hit. And she grabbed me and Janet, and she held on to us, and we rode it out. And as suddenly as it started, it just stopped. Silence. It's happened before, you know. Harrisonville, Ohio, 1901. It rained small stones over a whole town. And then once in Sicily, but that was because of Mount Etna. It spewed out pumice stone that fell on Sicily.
It happens in Revelations as well.
It does, doesn't it?
Hailstones as heavy as a talent, it says.
How heavy is a talent?
About 75 pounds, I think.
Oh, it certainly wasn't that. The world didn't end. But I always kind of thought it was my fault. It was me. I'd had the hardest, darkest feelings of my whole young life that day. And I just shot them up at the sky. And somehow those feelings came together up there in the atmosphere. It fell right back down on me. When Daddy died, I made it rain rocks. These things make perfect sense when you're a kid. It's only as you grow up that they start to sound crazy.
What was it you said to me before? There are more things in heaven and earth.
Horatio, than is dreamt of in your philosophy.
Well, dang, I didn't want to say nothing because that was a crazy story.
Yeah, it really was.
Encapsulating.
Felt so relaxing. Never mind.
Come on, not now.
She's only got like 5 minutes to read for the sun ain't right there no more.
Her migraines are acting up again. There it
I
goes.
said no, Luke. Please.
What's going on in here?
He wants to take some of my clothes.
Okay.
Not for me, for Abigail. You're not taking my stuff for your imaginary friend.
Oh, I see it.
Imaginary.
Please, don't.
It was top left.
Abigail's real, but her clothes aren't as cool as yours. They look old. And I thought she'd like new clothes, and you have so many.
She can't have your sister's clothes, Luke.
Abigail isn't real, Luke. Yes, she is. Tell Mom where Abigail lives. In the woods.
You kids have fun. I'll be in my reading room if you need me.
She said, my head hurts too much for all this.
Trim
No,
is
you'll
your
talk
reading
into it.
room. Leave Mommy alone. She isn't feeling good lately.
Whoa.
She sees this? Luke?
Looks like he overdosed. Oh man, I knew she was gonna do that. Dong.
What are you about to do?
Oh, her mouth was wired shut.
Mommy! Oh my gosh.
That'd be horrifying, dude.
To see that?
Yes.
And they're still young at this point? Oh, goodness.
Do you think she recognized Luke?
Yeah.
It was the twins. I know it. I don't know how I know it, but I do. I mean, they were adults, so I didn't recognize them right away, but the more I looked, the more I knew. It was Nellie, Luke.
That's awful. What a horrible dream. And clearly you dozed off while you were reading.
Yeah, she woke up just
It
standing
was
there.
a terrible dream. And I've been,
My headaches are almost constant. My dreams are so vivid. You know those dreams that feel more real than life?
I think maybe, well, both of us have been feeling a little loopy lately. I still can't believe I did this. It hurts like a bitch. I just feel so stupid, you know? I don't know if it's the mold or the chemicals, the noise down there. I spaced. Can't believe I didn't look.
You thought it was unplugged. I mean, it was supposed to be unplugged.
I may have put too much on poor Stevie.
He's tough.
My dad would have beat my ass. He would have been like...
And this dad's sitting here feeling bad about
Right.
it. That's so sweet.
My dad would have felt bad for his hand after he would beat me upside the head with it. Is that Shirley?
What guy would be next to Shirley?
Her husband?
At Hill House?
What? I couldn't tell what house it was in. I just saw a bed. Thought it was that mattress firm.
Honey, someone's in the house. You.
Who's that? Is that me?
That's
that?
Poppy. That's Poppy. She looks so fancy.
Wait, how do you know that's Poppy?
Because Poppy's a flapper. She owns the vanity.
Oh,
What's
come
a flapper?
on.
The thing on your head.
Shake a leg.
You dress like the 20s.
Oh, that's why I didn't put it together. Sorry, guys. I didn't know what a flapper was.
The roaring 20s. That's what they dress like.
I love what you did with the room. It was a dressing room for me, then a nursery.
I'm dreaming, aren't I?
Of course you are. I'm a dream, and so are you, and so are we. In this room, I'd swear I could almost hear the sounds of the city. God, I miss the sounds of the city. The car horns always made me laugh. Come sit.
I suppose in the 20s that would be funny, huh?
Yeah.
Well, excuse me for saying, but you're just beat, aren't you? You want to talk about it?
I'm not sure that I do.
It's your dream. I had one crib about here, I think. I painted little boats on it, blue boats, so we'd float off to sleep and dream of blue water. Painted him myself, and he was so happy in that crib, and it broke me, just broke me to see it empty. You try and keep them safe. All you can do, really, but it's hard, isn't it? And you can't keep them safe forever, can you? Losing a child, do you think there's a thing worse than that?
No. I don't think there's anything worse than that. I don't think there could be. I had a dream. A few nights ago, during the storm, that I lost my little girl. I couldn't find her anywhere. And it felt so real.
I dreamed I lost my little girl once. I dreamed she was choking on her own body for no reason. Just trying for air like the room was underwater and shaking like she was in the hot squat. And I dreamed I held her little hand and sat at her side. And it took days, weeks. It took weeks for her to quit gulping that watery air, quit gaping at me like a fish on the beach. But finally she did. She breathed, ragged.
This is weird, bro.
And she went stiff, and one of her eyes turned red as blood, and she'd shake. She'd shake so bad the bed would shake. And when she started shaking, it went fast. She dangled. She died. And my boy, I once dreamed his little legs stopped working. It just stopped one day, and he couldn't walk, and he couldn't stand, and he couldn't speak, and then he couldn't do anything but cry and bang on the walls for help, and bang on the walls for mama, and just bang.
That's the banging that we hear.
Bang, and he couldn't even see. In the end, he couldn't see me there with him. And then he stopped banging. He stopped crying. He stopped it all once he died. I held him so long that he went cold in my arms. But that was just a dream. Just a dream. The worst dream. The screaming Mimi. But then I woke up and they were safe in their beds.
Oh, you think that's when she went in there?
Perfect, aren't they?
They're the elephant's eyebrows, those two. And I bet you'd do
I got some
anything
shivers.
for them. Ain't that so?
Yes.
So what if they was having a dream? I mean, bad ones. I mean, positively screaming Mimis. The worst of the worst. What would you do?
Wake them up.
I mean, a dream so mean, so scary. A dream about sick and sad and disease and rot and loss and darkness. If they were stuck in that dream, you'd wake them
By killing them, huh?
and keep them safe. No more bad dreams, no more screaming memes. You'd wake them up and you'd keep them just perfect, just like they is, wouldn't you?
I would.
Well, meet me, kid, 'cause I got a secret, a way to wake them up,
Oh
a
no.
way to keep them safe if they get stuck in that dream.
What is it?
So this lady was like talking to her to convince her probably to turn all cuckoo.
I would
Liv.
so.
You?
Oh, that's when she's got the screwdriver.
What the fuck?
I'm sorry. I was having a horrible dream.
You think?
Screaming Mimi.
I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I don't even know.
What's going on with you?
Nothing.
You're holding a fucking screwdriver to my throat.
No, I wasn't.
That's you.
I was. I could see it. Janet's up for a visit. Just for a couple days or something.
That could be good. Just a few.
But how? You'd have to juggle the kids and the house, and
I'll manage.
I just think I've underestimated these migraines, you know? These constant dreams.
I know. You're just tired.
It just snuck up on me all of a sudden. But, I'll sort it out. Promise.
So basically, the ghosts are trying to convince her to kill her kids so that way she can keep them safe from like the reality. Wake them up
Slow down, kids.
from this bad dream they're experiencing.
Potentially.
Good night, Button.
Hey,
I love you so much.
I love you too.
Now I want you two to get good rest.
What if I have a bad dream?
Like what?
Like the old bent neck lady? There's a little blonde girl in the woods.
Not the bent neck lady. What if I have a worse dream?
Well, I'm sure we can handle any dream you have.
What if I dream that you kill us?
What?
What if I dream that you sent us away into the dark and we get hurt? Really hurt. You send us away out into the dark and my heart breaks right in half and I can't feel anything happy for weeks and months and years until I can't stand it anymore and I have to die.
She's foreshadowing her
sad.
life.
I'm scared of the dark out there that I put poison in me.
Aww.
I poisoned myself for years and years until my blood turns into poison, my body breaks down. You send us out there into the dark, and the dark gets us. A piece at a time, over years and years and years, until I'm on a silver table. With my jaw wired shut.
What?
And Luke
Oh
is
my
dead and
God.
cold on the floor. With
She
a
saw that
needle in his
vision.
arm. And it was you that killed us. Because you sent us out there. In the night. In the dark.
I would never.
What did you say?
I would never.
Would you wake us up from a dream like that
Of course.
and keep us safe?
Of course.
But are we safe with you, Mommy? Are we really?
What do you mean, sweetheart? Of course you're safe with me.
Mom?
Oh,
okay?
wow. Wow, they're not even talking.
Where's the twins?
They're downstairs.
This show is bananas, dude.
Of course.
Are you sure?
I'm fine, sweetie. I'm fine.
Wow.
Oh, I didn't see you.
I'm hiding. It's amazing. A house this size. It's really, really hard to find a corner to yourself. What you doing with those?
Oh, these are actually for a little project your son is working on. But don't tell him I told you. It's a surprise.
For me?
That's right. He's worried about you. Are you all right?
You homeschool, don't you, Clara?
I do.
I think I understand that. I didn't used to. But if I think too long about the world out there,
My little one is better with me. I know it. I know it well.
I've always thought our whole job was just getting them ready for the world. But I don't know why I look at my little ones right now. I just feel terror at them outside those walls. It's like a rock in my gut. It's just anxiety. And thank goodness I have Hugh. He's my line. I've always needed someone to keep me grounded, get me out of my head. I mean, the kids are safe. It's just in my head.
No, I'm sorry. But if you're worried about your children, you don't let anyone tell you what you're feeling is wrong. You don't let anyone tell you to relax. Especially someone who didn't carry those souls in their core. Feel them growing. Stand firm between the world out there and these little souls, because the world out there has teeth. And it is hungry, and it is stupid, and it eats and eats mindlessly. It doesn't care that they're innocent. You listen to your gut. Hold the door. Even if it makes them hate you, even if he does. How much longer are you staying here? I mean, your family.
We were hoping to be out by the end of August, so the kids can go to school, but who knows now that we have this mold issue.
August is good. Better if it's sooner. And for you, maybe even sooner than that.
Oh, she
Why
can
would
tell
you say
something's
that?
wrong.
It's just a thought. This house, it's a strange house.
I hope she tells
I've
her.
worked here a long time, and all I can tell you is that it's just as stupid and hungry as anything else. We don't stay after dark. Horace and I. And my child is not allowed to step foot on this place. Not once. I wasn't even gonna help when you first bought this house. Horace said he would be helping your man and asked if I'd join in. But I said no. I didn't want to watch anything else get fed upon.
Jeez.
But then he said it was a family, little children. 2 children the same age as mine. So I said I would work in the daylight to keep an eye.
It's just a house.
Maybe. It's very different in the night. It's different in the dark. But you know that, don't you?
I actually am gonna take a little break. Heading to my sister's on Monday. Get some air.
Very good. Well, I should get these to the young man. Let him finish his project. I'll pray for you, Olivia. I know that's not your thing, but I always do every night say a prayer for your family and these walls. I'll say a few extra tonight for you.
Thank you, Claire. I appreciate that.
Ma'am.
Man, these one-on-one conversations in this show are just the best, aren't they?
They're tough.
You did
They're
this.
deep.
This is beautiful. You did this by yourself.
Thought it might cheer you up.
That is nice, though.
Dad said you've been,
What? What did he say?
I know you're taking a little vacation. I wanted to cheer you up.
Sweetie.
How long are you gonna be gone?
Not long. Not long, honey. I just need a little time away. It's nothing more than that. Okay?
Okay.
This is perfect. Thank you. Thank you. I love it.
And then she punches it. Why?
Mom?
Mommy?
That explains that, doesn't it?
Tell me again.
And how do you explain
Why?
that to your son? You know what I mean?
You're saying it was an accident, so you you accidentally put your
I-
hand through a mirror, Liv? I talked to Steve.
Well, I can't speak to how
I
Steve...
talked to Steve, and to hear him tell it,
I can't speak to how Steve tells it.
what am I supposed to do here? What do you want me to do, huh?
I don't know. I don't know. I think I do need help. I think I need your help. Or someone's. I'm not me right now. I can't seem to find me.
You're tired. You're stressed about the flip, about the kids. You're stressed.
No,
You
I'm not. I was when we got here. I was all the things, all the familiar things. I was stressed and excited and content and motivated and concerned and exhausted and annoyed and grounded and nervous and creative and proud and all the things. All those colors, they're all gone now, Hugh. And there's only one left. I'm scared. That's all I am. There's nothing else. I'm only scared. Do you think there's something wrong with me? Like, really wrong?
Yeah, I'm afraid so, honey. I mean, that's what I would say, not knowing that there's like paranormal activity involved.
I think maybe Monday's a little late for your trip.
Go tomorrow then, first thing.
It's gonna be okay, Liv.
But you're gonna have to handle the kids.
I can handle it. I won't let anything happen to them.
It's not that simple.
It is. They'll be fine. So will you. Hey, look at me. So will you.
That's so sad.
I'd be so sad, yeah.
You guys be good. And take care of your poor, handsome dad for me, okay?
You still haven't said how long you'll be gone.
Not long. Aunt Janet just needs my help for a little bit.
I could go with you.
I'm afraid not, honey. Not this time. My cab's outside. I gotta get to the airport.
We'll be fine. You fly safe. Call me when you get to Janet's, okay?
I will. I love you.
So much.
Mommy,
Yeah, sweetie?
can Abigail spend the night while you're gone? Like a sleepover.
No girls allowed.
Nellie said it was okay. She can have my bed.
It's fine, sweetie. Be good.
Man, she don't know who you're granting.
She just thinks it's like an invisible friend, or what do you call those? Imaginary friends?
She's giving permission to a damn ghost. That house is so nice, though.
It was cute in its time, wasn't it? From the outside.
It's not possible.
The mold just keeps coming back, huh?
Okay, Luke, listen, you cannot just sit here.
so nasty.
Guys, quiet. It's your mom.
Oh, hi, Mom.
How was your flight?
It was fine.
No,
That's not where the couscous is. I want the couscous.
The couscous.
I'm not seriously gonna eat this.
It's like cardboard. Overtime night, Mom. Like I said.
Hey,
tell Daddy
I'm
can't
sorry,
just
honey.
feed us cereal.
How's Janet?
She's fine.
Well, tell her I said hi.
Stay up so late.
Hugh says hi.
Guys.
Dad.
Janet
Quiet,
says
please.
hi.
Be quiet.
She's making margaritas.
Do you want to
Call me back later
weird,
when
right?
the kids have gone to sleep.
No, you have your hands full.
I can hear
Hear you, bud. Okay.
She's in a hotel. The same one Nell was in, right? Nell was sitting on that bed at one point.
That's the same one?
She was on her phone or something.
Is that her coming back to the house?
I think that's her standing over him right now.
Remember a minute ago when he was leaving from down there, it panned in on the bottles, it was rat poison?
Yeah. Is she about to like try to kill the kids or something?
I don't know. Did you see that person back there?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
Go back.
Back it up. Right here. Was that a person?
I think that was a statue.
That's all me.
Mom.
Oh. Shirley, what are you doing here?
I'm looking for food. Dad really phoned in dinner. But what are you doing here? I thought you were at Aunt Janet's.
I just missed you all so much.
Remember they have a tea party?
I didn't even put that together.
Are you dreaming too?
What?
You grew up so fast. You and Steve. Theo too. Kittens need their mommies and then they don't.
Okay.
Go to bed, sweetie.
I guess Abigail's there because she's spending the night, quote unquote. Remember, because isn't Abigail at the tea party?
Nellie. Look.
Mommy?
Oh, honey, what are you doing? I'm sorry. Who are...
Is that really her?
You're Abigail.
I feel like it's
See,
Poppy's
I told
daughter.
him she was real. I'm sorry. Luke said it was okay. You said she could sleep over. So did Dad. I don't want to get in any trouble.
No, aren't you just the sweetest? No, dear. You're not in any trouble. We were actually about to have a surprise tea party.
Tea party?
I know, you've been so patient, but we have to be very quiet. Little kittens, and follow me, okay?
Oh my.
Abigail, would you like to join us?
It's open.
No way.
Found the key.
You want to know the secret? We are the key.
No.
I'm so sorry.
No, I'm sorry. I must have dozed off. Are you okay, sweetheart? What are you doing awake?
I thought you said Mom was at Aunt Janet's.
She is?
I just saw her in the kitchen and she was being really weird.
Abigail, how do you take your tea?
I don't know. Abigail is not allowed to leave her house very much.
Is that so?
She's sneaky, though. Like me. You can't tell my mom, though. She worries about everything.
Oh, is that Clara's daughter, maybe?
I don't know.
You're perfectly safe. That's what this is all about, actually.
Oh, she lives in the woods, and the groundskeeper people live in the
Yeah,
woods. Okay,
that's
I
why
see.
I was thinking maybe it could be.
Because she doesn't really look like she's from the 20s.
But when they said, well, she changed clothes. But you know, Luke said she wears old clothes. That's why I was thinking it could be Poppy's.
Right,
she wears
right,
old
right.
clothes. But it could be Clara's.
I'm so sorry. I just didn't know, so I didn't want to say anything.
Always safe.
He just saw it.
Still a little hot.
You blow on it.
Your cup of stars.
And when you drink it, you hold your pinky out. Like this.
Oh, wait. I need mine.
So she's trying to Jonestown them
What's
kids.
wrong?
And herself, apparently.
Nothing. Nothing at all. You're so beautiful, the three of you. I'm just so happy.
What if that's the other body they're talking about? Because they already talked about the other one.
So all this is really starting to come
When
together.
you asked me that really bad dream,
That little girl drink it too.
of course I'd wake you. I'm waking us all up.
What dream?
It's okay. It's okay. She's having a nightmare. She's gonna wake up.
What's wrong? Abigail!
Just a moment, and then there'll be no more pain. Drink your tea.
And then he's gonna probably throw her, bring it to the wall or something. Because we've seen that.
What are you doing?
So that little girl was definitely the groundkeeper's kid.
I think
Probably so.
But the old clothes thing kind of.
Because it couldn't be from the 20s because she just died. Or because they found a body, so it wasn't a ghost.
True.
Oh my
It's Abigail
gosh.
in the window. She's okay. She's in the window.
Well, from their perspective, it just looked like he tore up their tea party.
Right, Abigail sort of made Dad out to be a liar right there, huh?
Stevie, get up.
Comes limp and live. I'm seeing the ghost this time.
They're in there.
The slow turn, that was Liv.
He wants to take him away from you. He wouldn't. He is, Tom.
She lies. She lies. That one.
Who?
Poppy. She's a liar.
Can you help me?
What can I do for you, dear?
I need to wake up.
Eyes closed.
Wow.
Man, it seems so different from this perspective.
And you can see why Steve thinks she's like mentally ill, though. You can see that too, because he doesn't know any better.
Well, in a sense, she is mentally ill.
Yeah.
Her mental is under attack.
But it's a house. Mostly.
Yeah, for sure.
He's killing them. He's driving them into the dark. He's killing them. He's killing all of them. He's driving them toward a silver table. He's driving them toward a needle. He's driving them toward disease and heartbreak and sadness and death and those teeth that'll tear and chew and eat them alive a piece at a time.
Shut up!
So the house's argument is life is just going to be brutal, so why not just end it?
And stay here with all of us. We can all be together here.
Oh,
God. Oh, God. No. No, 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 no. Are you awake now?
Who's that?
I don't know.
I might not know who that little girl is.
I feel like that was just a ghost going, "Come with me, little girl," into the...
Oh, you mean like, come here, little soul. Let me bring you to the place where the house eats you?
Yeah, or something like that.
He's killing them. He's killing all of them.
It's okay, sugar. It's just a dream. Just a screaming Mimi.
I want to wake up.
Then wake up and find those little bugs safe in their beds.
Wow, they done tricked her into thinking this is all a bad dream, man. That's the same rope that Nell went to, yeah.
I want to wake up so badly. Why can't I wake up?
Oh my gosh.
Man, I got goose pimples. This episode was so much deeper and better than all the other ones. It wasn't even close.
This is it.
God, this is insane, right?
Oh, don't be so dramatic.
Awesome.
Yeah, it'll be awesome all summer long. Are you okay?
Yeah, long day.
Oh, at least they're excited.
It's gonna be a long summer.
Well, haven't you always wanted it in the summer?
Did you see the staircase?
It's awesome. I mean, it's just awesome.
And there are so many books in there. You guys can pick books for your summer reading.
Oh, where's my room?
Yeah, where's our room?
All the rooms are upstairs.
Upstairs!
I get the biggest one.
Okay, well, wait up. I'll show you. And we've already assigned the bedrooms, so no fighting over the bedrooms. Are you coming?
It's all you.
Oh, gee, thanks.
Dad, Theo's taking the green room. I want the green room.
I'm on my way. I'll show you. Are you sure?
You guys go on without me.
How could we?
Okay, babe, so what happened in that very last scene right there? Shirley basically jumped off the ledge. Not Shirley, what am I saying? Liv basically jumped off the ledge, and then it's almost like she woke up and was restarting their journey, but with a perspective that, like, it was all going to be okay or something. Did you get that same vibe?
I don't know. I think it was just showing, like, showing its way of saying, like, how can we go on without you? I think that was the only point of that. I don't know.
Was that like her last little dream or something?
I don't think it was a dream. I think it was just a flashback.
Oh, okay. Oh, you think it was a flashback?
I think it was just a flashback to show, like, when he said, y'all go on without me, and he said, how could we? And it was just like, they showed her dead and then said that.
We got a lot of answers in this one, man. I still got a lot of questions. Like, who is that little girl? I really thought that, what was the dude's name? Horace?
Yeah, and Clara.
I really thought it was Horace and Clara's daughter, because it would make sense, because they keep saying they live in the woods, and she was saying she lives in the woods, and she keeps saying that she keeps her daughter away, and I was thinking we haven't really seen her daughter.
Right.
But it hasn't really hit. It never really occurred to me that we haven't seen her daughter until, I guess, she popped up, I guess. So I assume that was her. I mean, I'm 100% sure that was her, but I could be wrong. But she walked
was
off.
Physical, because Luke was in the floor, and but the only thing that confuses me is Liv sees ghosts too. So it's like,
right.
I can't really tell. But if Nell and Luke both saw her, then it seems like maybe she's real.
Right. And it seemed like she really, like, killed that little girl, and then her ghost popped up. So I'm assuming she was physical.
So she just lives at the house because she died there.
I know it's probably obvious to you guys, but legit, this really is our first time watching this, man. So it's just kind of tricky, because some random woman walked off with her, and then you say, well, it was probably just a random ghost leading her to wherever she goes, and that probably makes a lot of sense, you know. But we got a lot of answers in this one. I still have a couple questions for sure, and it turns out Mom didn't exactly just go psycho for no reason. I mean, there was a lot of background information.
Yeah, there was so much stuff. And I think, like, the hardest thing for her was when she saw the kids dead, and then she was getting kind of manipulated to say like if she throws him out into that world, that's what's gonna happen.
She was being shown the future.
Yeah.
And it's weird because that's what I was saying about the show. There's some time jumping going on. It's almost like mom has almost like a schizophrenia or something, to where she's seeing like reality in different ways at different times, and her brain's definitely not functioning properly. I'll put it that way.
I genuinely think it's the house though, because
it is.
Claire even said the house eats at you. So I think what it does is when people go there, which is like you can see there's it looked like a family or two before, and it looked like those families maybe the mom, maybe because moms are kind of fragile in that way, they get to the mom.
Moms just want to protect their kids so much that they use that to their advantage to convince you that what your kids really need protection from is reality itself, and the best thing you can do is just end this reality right here so you can move on to like maybe a different timeline or something. Yeah, for sure. We're definitely getting a lot of just bleeding into different realities and different timelines or something. So I really like that aspect of the show. It also makes it slightly confusing. I'm hoping by the end of this episode, man, all my questions are answered. Yeah. Tune in to the end. We're going to talk about it. And I thought this was just one of the best episodes of television I've seen. 100%. The one-on-one conversation, the passion, the emotion is top notch on this for sure. Yeah. All right, guys, one more. Let's go. Yeah, I'd be really uncomfortable having that in my house, period.
A spiral?
No, just that weird, sketchy wedge like that.
Got it.
Yeah.
Open it. Mr. Dudley says this is a master key, so it's supposed to open any door in the house. What do you think is in there? What if it's a cotton candy machine? That'll be something. Or a pony. Not a pony. This isn't working. It could be a pony.
Theo was doing her dancing in that room?
I saw the shadow under the door. Hello? If there's a pony in there, it's dead.
Remember, we saw it from Theo's side last time.
Where's the freaking key? Don't say that word. You say it. I want to see what's in there, too. Daddy, we need more keys. It's an emergency.
I mean, I could throw some theories out, but I'm pretty confused about what's going on.
You're not funny,
That's
Luke.
what we saw, too. Oh, my gosh.
Just Theo in there doing her little dance moves. What the heck?
Remember, they said Luke didn't have a treehouse. Do you think he was in there?
No.
Oh.
I don't think that, but I do think that we saw it from Theo's side, but we didn't know she was in that room. I should have known by the lion handle, though. But I think that's on every door, isn't it? Because
I don't know.
You see it shifting, though? Maybe that means something, like the red room shifts or something. So you could be right about the tree.
Like it shifts into something different?
Like for everybody or something. Because they're the key to open it.
I am home. I am home, I thought, and stopped in wonder at the thought. I am home. I am home.
Hey.
Hey, how was it?
It was great. Kelly says hi.
She's pregnant.
Huge. You were missed.
I was gonna cook.
I know, but she wants fries. All the fries. Nothing
It
but
sounds
fries.
like you already.
She does sometimes.
How's writing?
Slow. It's really slow.
How much since I left?
2 pages.
Ouch.
I always said I'd never gonna do a follow-up to Hill House, and I think this is why.
Eat. It's the best cure for writer's block.
Don't use those words.
Fries. Nothing but fries. Read me something.
Certainly, there are places which attach to themselves an atmosphere of holiness and goodness. It might also be said that some houses are born bad.
Born bad.
Too much?
It depends. Where are you?
Dad and I just got to the house, and we know Luke bought the gasoline, and
Oh, honey.
we're about to go inside.
You don't have
Oh, this
to
is
do
after.
you know?
Like way after.
You said yourself you're never going to publish it.
I do, though. To see it, to really see it.
Here. You feel that? That little girl in there who's getting ready to join this family, one day she's gonna ask about her grandfather and about her Uncle Luke. What happened in that house? She's gonna hear all sorts of stories and speculation like you did when you were little, but whose voice did you need? Whose story did you need to hear the most?
His dad's.
She needs to hear this from you. This is for little Eleanor.
Oh, after now.
This house, which seemed somehow to have formed itself, flying together in its own powerful pattern under the hands of its builders, reared its great head back against the sky without concession to humanity. It was a house without kindness, never meant to be lived in. Not a fit place for people or for love or for hope.
You smell that?
Yeah. Gasoline.
If he's here, I think I know where to find him. It's okay. Come on.
The bowler hat guy.
The one that haunts Luke, right?
Look at me.
That's the face of all skepticism leaving the body right there.
Fear.
Look at me.
Fear is the relinquishment of logic, the willing relinquishing of reasonable patterns. We yield to it or we fight it, but we cannot meet it halfway.
He said, oh, you ain't scared? Bye then.
Okay.
I am home. I am home, I thought, and stopped in wonder at the thought. I am home. I am home. Now to climb.
Luke! Luke!
Dad, that door's always been locked.
Yeah. Only when it wants to be.
Take off the hinges. How hard can it be?
Look, I've tried everything.
Oh, it's
Maybe
open
it was the two of
now.
us. Dad? Oh, Steve, wait!
You okay?
Yeah, I just need a break.
Why don't you come to bed? Get some sleep. Hill House will be there in the morning. I know it's hard. It's too much right now. Why don't you put this down, come to bed, and leave the ghosts where they belong?
That's not the problem.
Where are you now?
Well, we went into the house, and then we went to the red room, and then the door opened, and I saw Luke, and then...
Luke died.
No, he was alive on the floor, and then the door closed, and...
And then he died. You have to say it. You gotta finally say it, Steve.
That's the problem.
I know.
The door closed, and then I can't say what happened.
It's still too soon. Why don't you come to bed? Get some sleep.
I can't say what happened after the door closed. I don't remember how I got out of the house. I don't remember coming back to California.
Whoa.
I don't remember us reconciling or finding out you were pregnant.
Well, of course you don't, because you haven't written it yet. I mean, is anything real before you write it, Steve? The things you write about are real. Those people are real. Their feelings are real. Their pain is real, but not to you, is it? Not until you chew it up and you digest it and you shit it out on a piece of paper. And even then, it's pale imitation at best. You take other people's lives and love and loss and pain and you eat it, Steve. You are an eater. You eat it and you shit it out, and then and only then is it real for you. Normal people's lives are flesh and blood and muscle and bone, but not yours, darling. Oh no, your life is plastic. You are a plastic parasite, a plastic hack, aren't you, honey? So of course you don't remember how you healed our marriage or made our baby because you haven't really seen it, have you? You haven't shot it out in prose. I was always a supporting player in your story, if we're honest. I would feed you and fuck you and pay the bills while you squinted over some novel that nobody was gonna read or publish. But I paid you to write them, didn't I? I picked up the check for your dreams and I said goodbye to mine, and not even that was enough. Don't lie to me, honey. I wasn't real. If I was real, you never would have walked out that door, but I wasn't, and you did. And now this one, this little one, she won't be real either. Oh, she's kicking. Oh, she's hungry. She must be an eater like her dad. If she is, my love,
If she eats me from the inside and I burst like a blister, will you lose your mind? Like your mother?
Steven.
I was about to say, maybe he's still in the house the whole time.
Yeah.
I was thinking that. I was thinking either that or he was dead.
Yeah, or dead too. Yeah, I thought that too.
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Is that good live or crazy live?
I don't know. She's all of a sudden wearing red though. She's never really worn red.
So that ghost just grabbed his eyes and now we're to this.
I couldn't help her. Listen, I know I fucked up, okay? But I didn't, and I'm so fucking cold, and my arms and legs are so stiff. I need a bed, like a couch. I'll sleep on the goddamn floor. Just please let me come back, please.
Hey.
Joey?
What do you think? It's a perfect place to get clean for a few days.
Dang, she got some money for a nice spot.
They even have room service, Luke.
This is a delusion though, right?
I don't know.
Because the ghost grabbed him and now he's in
my whole life.
Happy Land again.
Not you, Luke.
Kind of like what's his name was.
Not you. You saved me.
And Nell did that before too.
You took the money and you ran away. I never found you.
No, I came here. I got us this hotel room. And I found you at the payphone, remember?
Right.
Why did you follow me? You never did tell me the real truth. I think it's because you're sweet on me. A little bit. I have something for us. One last time, just to get well before we get
Oh, that's
clean.
drugs?
I'm 90 days clean. 92, actually.
Yeah, but that's not clean. You can 12-step it and collect your chips, but you're never clean. Never really clean. Because one day that needle's going back in your arm. You have an appointment with that needle. You're expected.
No, that's not true.
I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, this is what I did with your money. I mean, Steve's money, let's be real. You're thinking that I put it in my arm in some alley and maybe I died there. And the puke and the piss and the alley rats are chewing on me right now. Little yellow teeth punching through the jelly of my pretty eyes. That's good. Come with me, Luke.
No, I won't.
Baby, you already did.
What?
Look, Gordon was right. If you look long enough at the wallpaper, you can see that little girl. It's the little girl with the runny egg eyes.
Oh, it's the rat poison?
Maybe it was the two of us.
Dad!
Steve, wait!
She's a liar, that one. Right, so she's like giving them like a false reality, like the Jen on Supernatural.
Yeah, they said she was cuckoo, remember?
Yeah. What just happened to Dad?
Luke?
Oh, there's Shirley right there.
Dad? Dad!
Up here! Hurry!
Dad!
That's gonna be the piano guy again.
Dad! Dad! Oh my God. Shirley!
You think it was like her husband or something? Poppy's? Oh no, here we go. Here's the story.
This is for you.
I didn't order that. Oh, tell him thanks, but I'm...
Do you want me to pour it out?
Tell you what, what's the weirdest thing you guys have on the happy hour menu? Like the thing no one ever orders?
Dang, he's married too. I mean, no offense, but why wouldn't he take his ring off? You know what I mean?
So I'm minding my own business over there, and all of a sudden...
Had to repay you for the drink.
So you sent me a plate of...
Boneless Caribbean jerk wings.
Serves me right for not being able to spot a ring at 10 yards.
No way that's 10 yards.
I never really thought about it, but you send someone a drink.
Without their consent.
And it's socially acceptable, but you send someone an appetizer.
Without their consent.
Yeah, it's really, really weird.
I'm sorry, I'm just trying to be funny. Been a minute, I guess.
Can I sit here while I eat these?
You don't have to eat them.
Oh, sure I do. I will keep it professional. Hand to God. We can chat embalming technique. I mean, that's what these things are for, right?
No funny stuff. Embalming only. I guess that's the thing about starting your own home. They just never tell you. It's not like buying a house. Not even a little.
I didn't sleep for 2 years. And mine was pre-owned, too.
For real? I didn't hear last call.
Me either. Well, I guess that's it.
You were true to your word.
Well, I guess that's it.
Very well
Good
behaved.
line, buddy.
I seldom am.
Well,
on
I guess
that
that's
note,
it.
Oh no, don't do it.
I'm not. I'm just saying, since we missed last call,
Gonna do it.
I've got all the makings of a mean martini in my room and want a nightcap.
They're flaunting their infidelity, ain't they? Well, they look like they're married together.
Yeah, it kind of does when
I
you
did
have
really
two rings
good right
on.
up until the end there.
You did. The 1 yard line. Such a guy.
Can't help it. It's taken 60 million years to develop the carnivorous biped you see before you.
Thank you anyway. It was nice to meet you. I enjoyed the conversation, but I'm gonna say goodnight.
That's not what you said, though. You looked at my ring, and then I said the thing about the carnivorous biped, and you said...
Let's see what kind of martini it makes.
You walked out of the bar, crossed the lobby, into the elevator, and you had that martini, didn't you? How old was Jaden then? 6? And Allie was...
2.
2. It had been diapers and bills for years, and you just bought the business, and it was in the red, and life was...
Loud.
I was hungry, too. The bills were screaming, and the children were screaming, and your husband just drifted out of focus, didn't he? And you were so far away from home for the first time in so long.
Stop it.
You looked at my wedding ring right before you answered.
It was gross. You were married and you were pushing.
Don't lie. That ring closed the deal. You went upstairs with me because of the ring, because the ring meant...
You had as much to lose as I did.
And that was a calculation, Mrs. Harris.
You don't know me.
Well, that was the whole point. Just to fling. People
Dang,
have
so
been
she was
all
guilty the whole
but not
time?
You. The whole thing was so not you. God, who would have guessed how good at it you were? You got dressed and you flew home and it was like nothing happened. You got away with it.
I'm a good wife. I'm a good mother. I'm a good person.
Well, you never did it again.
Never.
But you never told him, did you?
Fuck you.
And even then, your anger at Theo, Kevin.
Fuck you.
So righteous. And you don't want to look at it, do you? You did this thing. You did it and you liked it and you just decided not to look at it. Now that's you all over. Shirley never wants to look. But Shirley has to look.
That's her face on the thing.
Is everything all right? I think she's just a little overwhelmed. She knows something most people don't. The instant someone dies, they learn everything. Every secret thing. And when I die, I'm gonna wake up in that hotel room and have to watch every single thing she did. And that scares her so bad, she hopes she'll die first. Oh, that's all right. Here, come with me. That's okay. I fixed her. I ripped out her organs and eyeballs, and I sucked out the blood and the shit and plugged her holes so she wouldn't leak, and wired her jaw so she couldn't scream. And I painted her face and her hands and set her eyelids on spikes so they wouldn't stare. And I hung flowers for the smell and posed her like a dreamer. And now she is fixed and pretty. But underneath, she is a horror. And we pickle it and paint it, but it's still death and rot and ruin. But she is pretty, isn't she?
Shirley.
What
the hell?
We need help.
This isn't real. It's a dream.
It's real. He's dying. Come on, Luke. Come on.
When I was a child, my mother spanked me for throwing a rock through a greenhouse roof. It was the only time she ever. She had designed it, you see, and she was getting ready to show it to a client, and because I threw the rock, for the only time in my life, she hit me. Just once. That was all she could take, and then never again. But a simple rock through some glass taught me so much about my mother. Taught her, too. I thought about it for a long time, remembering the spanking, but remembering also the lovely crash. And after thinking about it very seriously, I went out and did it again.
What's that about?
I can't recall. There was a reason for this. I don't remember.
Where'd they go?
I don't feel anything.
That's okay, man, take it.
No, I don't feel anything else.
Because you're normal. What were you feeling before?
I was feeling fear and guilt.
Fear and guilt are sisters. I knew a man once who knew those sisters well. They kissed his eyelids as he slept, and every morning he went just a little more mad. So he built a wall to keep it all outside. But those two sisters, they were in there with him, even there. That silly man thought his wall would keep them out, but there was just enough room for him and them. So he was trapped behind that wall.
Like that guy?
I think that's who she's talking about.
Guilty. And his voice left him, and he scratched, whimpered. His fingers were shredded on his own bricks until his scratches just sounded like rats in a wall.
And that's what we heard also. Oh my lord.
He felt small. So small. But that was his dream. And when he woke up, he was tall. So tall.
That was him. The bowler.
Wait.
Fear and guilt are sisters, Theodora. They'll leave you be.
Wait.
Shh. Just enjoy me. I'm loving you.
No. No. No.
Wake up.
He's not breathing. Oh my god.
Stop.
Oh man.
Go.
That's how you know somebody loves you for real.
No.
I can't feel it.
She fucking dare, Luke. She fucking dare. Sweetheart, you're awake. Oh, I've missed you so much.
Oh, that is so creepy, dude.
That's so sad.
Oh my lord.
Where are we?
We're home, my love. You know, when I was a little girl about your age, I was driving in the car with your grandmother, and we passed a house adorned with a forest of red roses. And I fell in love with that house. And with houses all at once. I can live there forever, I thought. No one will ever find me there either. I will light a fire in the corner cool evenings and toast apples at my own hearth. People will come to me to have their fortunes told, and I will brew love potions for sad maidens. I will have a Robin. I almost named you Robin. Your dad even agreed. Robin Crane. But when I looked at you for the first time, you were Luke. We're going to have a tea party with big boy hats and cups of stars, and we're so glad you're finally here.
Go.
Why would you want your brother to go?
He was gonna keep
just
it
got
real.
here.
No.
Have a seat.
I always say the wrong name. Yeah, no.
My dad.
You're awake. And I'm so sorry, honey. You were having such a nightmare.
I'm sorry, Mom.
No, don't you apologize to me. It wasn't your fault. Never once. You were perfect.
But I wasn't. I'm not.
You were, and you are. It's the world, my love. It isn't, and it wasn't, and you never should have been fed to it like you were.
So reality is a nightmare to her.
Go.
Why does she keep saying that?
Honey, just look at me. This is a gift. For us all.
Not if I'm dead. I don't want to be dead.
But you want to be in here.
No, I don't.
You've been knocking on that door for years and years and years. We could hear you, and finally, here you are. Please.
Don't.
No, I have to get.
Please.
Oh, he's back.
Remember she said that at the grave? She said don't.
Sorry, guys. I know that's Nell. I messed the names up. I just bored them out.
She saved me.
Feel a little clearer just now. We have.
No?
All of us have. Wouldn't have changed anything. I need you to know that.
No.
The rest is confetti.
Hey.
So many times and we didn't know it. All of us.
Nellie?
No. Not a heart.
No.
A stomach. We have. All of us have.
I don't think she can hear us.
So many times and we didn't know it.
Wait. We need to get Luke out of here. We need to get him to a hospital. Get it!
All this time we tried to get into this room and now we can't get the fuck out.
I feel like I've been here before.
We have. All of us have. So many times and we didn't know it. All of us. I feel a bit clearer now. Everything's been out of order. Time, I mean. I thought for so long that time was like a line, that our moments were laid out like dominoes and that they fell one to another and on it went, just days tipping one into the next, in a long line between the beginning and the end. But I was wrong.
So it could have been the treehouse. You were right.
It's not
because they
like
have
that
been
at
in
all.
there.
Our moments fall around us like rain, or snow, or confetti. You're right. We have been in this room so many times and we didn't know. All of us. Mom says that a house is like a body, and that every house has eyes and bones and skin, and a face. This room is like the heart of the house. No, not a heart, a stomach. It was your dance studio, Theo.
Oh!
It was my toy room.
So we were right.
It was a reading room.
The reading
for
room,
Mom.
the gaming room.
Yeah.
The game room for Steve.
Yes.
Family room for Shirley. The treehouse.
Yes.
They're always alone in there.
Yeah.
But it was
I thought
always
Steve and Luke were in there at one point together, though.
on different faces so that we
I know
could
I
be
thought you
still
were
and
goofing,
quiet
but you were right.
About the room?
while
Well, it
it
made sense.
digested. I'm like a small creature swallowed whole by a monster, and the monster feels my tiny little movements inside. You have to live.
I don't know how to do this without you.
I learned a secret. There's no without. I am not gone. I'm scattered into so many pieces, sprinkled on your life like new snow. There's so much I want to say to you all.
I'm so sorry our last words were in anger.
They weren't our last. Sorry.
Yeah, time's not linear.
Sorry,
That's the lesson
I
here.
didn't answer the phone.
But you did. So many times.
I'm sorry if I didn't listen, and I'm sorry.
Wouldn't have changed anything. I need you to know that forgiveness is warm, like a tear on a cheek. Think of that and of me when you stand in the rain. I loved you completely, and you loved me the same. And that's all. The rest is confetti.
I almost forgot about him.
Is that gonna be Liv?
The first was young Miss Groton. She tried not to let him in. He stabbed her with a corn knife. That's how his crimes began. The next was Grandma Groton, so old and tired and gray. She fit off her attacker until her strength gave way. The next was Grandpa Groton, a settin' by the fire. He came up close behind him and strangled him with wire. The last was Baby Groton, all in his trundle bed. He stove him in the short rib until that child was dead. And then he spit tobacco juice all on his golden head.
Stay away.
That knockoff Dr. Seuss.
He's
Get her.
just too cute, Liv. Away. Forgive a girl for being lonely. Nothing's sadder than a cold bed. But all those wedding beds go cold, don't they, loves?
Journeys end in lovers' meeting. I have spent an all but sleepless night. I have told lies and made a fool of myself. And the very air tastes like wine. Everyone is home. You've changed so much.
For my heart,
How long has it been since you were here?
longer than I intended. It was too hard to see you here this way, but I still had you with me.
Oh, love. That wasn't me. That was just you. What were you doing all this time away?
I was holding a door closed. I had my back against it and my arms out wide because I knew there were monsters on the other side and they wanted what was left of our family. And I held it so hard, and I didn't have arms left for the kids. The monsters got through anyway.
That's what monsters do, but not here.
No, especially here.
They're out there in the woods. They're out there, and we're in here, and the children are finally safe.
But no, they're not. They're dying.
They're waking. You kept them from me.
To keep them safe.
You kept them from the truth.
To keep you safe. Their image of you.
I woke up at the foot of these stairs, and I started walking. No more headaches, no pain, no day, no night, no now, no then. And I would dream while I walked. I dreamed of you. I dreamed of you and the children's laughter. And then I'd remember that you took them from me. You took them, and you hurt them, Hugh. And they suffered.
They did. They all do. And even if they're broken or addicted or joyless, or yes, even if they die, we have to watch it all because we're parents. And that's the deal we make. Whatever that life is, we bear witness.
It's a horror.
It doesn't have to be. I saw our daughter dance at her wedding. Her smile was like a light, and it was reflected in everyone's faces. And I recognized that light because it was ours. We did that. We loved each other so well that it spread out into the universe and created a new star.
Stars die. They explode to death. And if you could reach up with some great hand and pull them down, you would.
Yes, I would.
We're all safe now. This is our forever house. Nothing bad will ever touch them ever again.
Nothing good will either. I know you can open that door. I know you love the people in that room more than anything.
I won't let you take them away again. They'll die.
If they will die if they stay. They're dying now. Our babies are dying. Let them go. You have always said that our job was to send them sailing.
That was a dream.
Out into the world.
A dream.
Into the world. Let them go.
I'll be alone again.
If it wasn't for the kids in that room, I would have laid down with you. I would have followed you right into the darkness. But those kids live. With those kids in that room. If you open that door right now, I will make a promise to you that I will keep forever. Open the door.
in lovers' meeting.
You had that engraved on my watch. Do you remember?
But I was wrong. As the secret is that journeys don't end. Not if you love someone. They don't end at all. Isn't that wonderful?
Once upon a time, the world was display. All we had, 5 of us.
No. Stay with me.
Play.
Luke. Stay awake. Stay with.
Start the car. Deep breathing.
I bet he's gonna stay behind you.
That's the promise he made.
I feel like that is.
Sacred Heart's closest. I can navigate. Are you guys coming with us or?
Go ahead. There's one more thing your brother and I have to do here. We'll see you there.
What? I'll meet you at the hospital.
Why is he keeping Steven behind?
I don't know. I don't know about that.
He's the most hard-headed.
Probably best you didn't say anything to them.
Dad, what did I see?
How is he able to see it though, Steven?
I don't know.
Liv?
This is where he gets all the blood on his shirt and stuff.
What happened? Why are you here? Did you see? What happened?
I don't know. We were looking for.
Oh my God. I can fix this. I can fix it.
You think they were looking for Abigail?
And that's why they're there at night?
Yeah.
I can fix it. Put it down. No, I can fix this. You can't. Why is this happening? Why are you even here? We need to get you help. We need to get the police. Why are you here? Our daughter snuck out of her bed tonight and we thought maybe.
So that is their daughter, for sure.
No. Oh no.
Both of their children. All of their children. She wasn't in her bed.
I didn't know.
Mommy?
Abby? What happened? Who hurt you, baby girl?
Honey, I'm having the strangest dream.
I'm gonna burn it. I'm gonna burn this house to the ground. Stand over it. Make sure that every room, every wall, every splinter is immolated. Burn this house and its hills to the dirt. Then I'll salt the earth.
You won't. Horace, you can't. She's still here.
Oh, the little girl's spirit's trapped in the house.
Carry her body back to the woods, Olive. Bury her by the cottage in the garden that she loved. And when she's buried and it's done, we'll say nothing. You understand, Hugh? We'll say nothing. She barely left our house her whole life. We kept her out of the world to keep her safe. Now, no, we're the only ones who would even know to mourn her. We won't say anything about Olivia.
We won't.
So the house done convinced them they have to hide out in the old cabin and keep her safe, huh?
We know what really happened here tonight. And your kids, they don't need to hear anything else or remember their mother in any way but the way that she truly was. And we can protect that for you.
This is those hours he couldn't account for right here.
If what?
If you keep this house, keep us on. Keep everyone else away. Don't let it take anyone else. Never again. Let it starve. But leave it here so I can see her.
This house, it's full of precious things. And they don't all belong to you.
It's dangerous for both of you.
I don't care. This is where she is now. I'm her mother. I won't leave her here alone. I will not.
Please, Hugh.
So he did it for them, basically. He didn't, get rid of it for them.
Please.
I wish you would have told me. You didn't tell your sisters what you saw. Why not? Some things can't be told. You live them, or you don't. But they can't be told. I'm sorry. No.
Who he's talking to is... Oh.
This is all yours now. The house and the promise. I want you to know, you and your sisters and your brother were the best part of my life. Never been prouder of anything, ever. Take care of each other. Dad. And be kind to each other, and nothing else. Be kind. I was so lucky to be your dad.
So now Steve has to like keep it alive. It's so sad.
Yeah, he's gonna take care of the house too because his family lives in there. That is a lot of spirits in that house.
But I guess when you look at it from that, I guess they get the right to live there, you know?
Home. I am
Dang,
home.
so when
I
Dad
thought.
sent the family away, that was a ghost the whole time.
stopped and wondered,
Everyone's last memory of their dad's gonna be of him as a ghost.
I am home. I am home. Now to climb.
I've been so wrong about so much. I've lived with ghosts since I was a kid, since before I knew they were even there. Ghosts are guilt, ghosts are secrets, ghosts are regrets and failings. But most times a ghost is a wish. Like a marriage is a wish. A marriage can be like a house. A marriage can be haunted. And I let that happen to us, and I'm so sorry, Lee. You're scaring me.
I have something I have to tell you, and I'm going to, but I need you to remember while I do that I love you, my sweet friend, my best friend. I'm asking you to love me hard for the next few minutes, and it might be the hardest that you've ever had to love me, but I know it'll be okay because it's us. So I'm gonna jump, and I'm asking you to hold my hand while I'm falling, okay?
Okay.
Years ago, 6 years ago, I went to that conference in Chicago.
I wish I'd loved you better and let you see me clearly without disguise. I wish I'd been a better husband. I wish I'd been a better son. I wish I'd been a better brother.
What are you saying, Steve?
I'm saying I built a wall around a big part of my life, and I hid behind that wall, and I thought that wall kept us both safe, but walls don't work that way. Walls never work that way.
What about these? Oh, trash.
Character development.
You think the truck's full? Is that everything? Yeah, I'm ready.
Oh, she's moving out.
All of that, the guilt and the grief and the secrets and the walls and the ghosts right now. My only wish is to come home. I just want to fix this.
Sounding like you.
And the photographs. No,
Did you say Hugh or you?
You.
Oh, okay.
Fear. Fear is the relinquishment of logic, the willing relinquishing of reasonable patterns.
That's the groundskeeper. Oh, man.
We're here.
It's Miss Beverly.
We're here. Clara. We made it.
Let my anger take me there.
But so, it seems, is love.
Oh, that's the other baby.
The one that they can hear crying.
Goes, man, the
That's the one she lost.
Love is the relinquishment of logic, the willing relinquishing of reasonable patterns. We yield to it, or we fight it.
Good job,
We cannot meet it halfway. Without it, we cannot continue for long to exist sanely under conditions of absolute reality. Hill House, not sane, stands against its hills holding darkness within. It has stood so for 100 years and might stand 100 more. Within, walls continue upright, bricks meet neatly, floors are firm, and doors are sensibly shut. Silence lay steadily against the wood and stone of Hill House. And those who walk there walk together.
Well, damn, guys, what a beautiful way to wrap up such a crazy, just emotional heartstring of a story. Hill House is a wonderful place, but I tell y'all what, I don't ever want to go. That's for dang sure. Turns out the red room was the stomach of the house where it eats you. A lot of these kids spent a lot of time there and they didn't even realize it. They had ghosts present throughout their life. They didn't even realize it, much like as the viewer. It was ghosts all throughout the picture, and a lot of the times, man, I didn't even realize it, especially early on.
Yeah.
And it was kind of like life in a way. You just don't know what you don't know. And then as time moved on, I just couldn't not see the ghosts in the background.
Yeah.
So a lot like Steven in that way. I thought it was really sad how dad died, man. The last conversation him and his son had together, he was already on the other side of the veil. He basically told his family goodbye. He didn't make it all about him because he knows, you know, the point of the story is they'll see each other again for sure. You know, he was just basically saying to Nell that, I'm sorry I didn't answer the phone. Shirley did. And then she says, well, so many times you did and stuff like that. So just a beautiful story for sure. What'd you think?
I don't want to start talking because I'm gonna cry.
You're a wreck.
Yeah, it was super emotional. Especially like as parents, that one stuff. You should just keep talking.
It was a good story, man. I'll do my best. Basically, we had us a family drama wrapped up in a ghost story with this one. And all throughout the series, we basically got all these time jumps that didn't make any sense. We had these episodes of like schizophrenia. We had these episodes of people talking to nothing. I mean, literally talking to ghosts. And it turns out this is exactly what they were doing. I love how the timeline was all over the place on this, you know, and ultimately it just tackled a lot of the questions that so many people have, you know, like what's the worst thing in life? Probably losing a kid. What's, you know, what's one of your biggest fears is that one day you'll die and wake up and there'll just be nothing. What happens when you die? You know, all these questions, and they all really came to a head in this. And it also raises the question, is life worth living if life is going to be suffering? But
yeah, that was like the biggest thing to me in this, like when that lady was convincing Liv that like, you know, if you let your kids out in the world, it's just going to eat them up. And that right there, like that hurt me bad. Cause like, you know, we have kids. So
yeah, but ultimately there's no light without darkness.
Right.
I mean, to exist is to suffer, you know, I mean, that's literally that's the nature of reality. You exist to suffer. It's almost like, you know, life isn't easy. Life's really not easy. It's not always that hard. I mean, we can make it harder on ourselves. I mean, you know, in a sense, it is a game. It is all about how you play it, but games are difficult. You know what I mean? There's definitely challenges, and, you know, hopefully there's a point. You know what I mean? I guess that's ultimately
and
what we're all hoping for.
Take the wins and the losses in life. Like you can't just give up if you know there's going to be losses.
Yeah, for sure. Well, and it's thinking that you're going to get through reality without suffering is also setting yourself up to just fall apart mentally as you get older. I mean, the sooner you can understand that, then it was just really sad, man. I was really glad to see all these family dynamics come together. I was really sad to see that people were able to forgive each other and open up to each other and be more open-minded with each other. I guess ultimately what it was really all about was family in the end, is it not? So you could have everything on the earth, man. You could have every dollar ever printed. You could have every fine piece of food ever cooked. And ultimately, without your family, without the people that you care about, it really doesn't mean anything.
It's not worth anything.
Like if I could give up if I could give up our situation, if I could snap my fingers and give up my life for the opportunity to be, you know, a multi-billionaire, I'm single, I'm flying around, I could do anything I want to do. Like I would never do it. I'd never do it in a million years. Just never in a million years. So just a really good story.
This is such a good story. And the last two episodes, like, you know, it kind of was confusing to me with all of it. And then the last two episodes wrapped it up so beautifully.
Yeah.
Like perfectly.
Absolutely.
Like of all the shows I've seen, that's the best ending I've seen so far.
Definitely one of the most emotional. I was really glad that the Dudleys were able to make their family all be together in the end. And I really hope that the house stands for a lot more than 100 years.
Yeah, because, you know, as we've seen the house, we're all sitting there wondering, I'm sure everyone as a viewer has wondered once or twice, why the hell have you not burned that house? That son of a gun house, like bump that thing. But it's really because Hugh was protecting it so much, because he made the promise to Horace. And that was like, honestly, the best part in my opinion, like just his quietness on such like a crazy situation.
But it wasn't like a happy ending. I mean, it's not like it was a brilliantly wrapped up, wonderful ending that we should all be happy about. I mean, the idea that if our family died in this house, we're all going to be bound to this house for eternity.
That sucks.
That would really suck.
Yeah.
But would you rather, you know, if you had to be bound to, you know, a house for eternity? I mean, I guess there's worse houses to be bound to.
Well, Horace was kind of saying it's precious and there's things in here that don't belong to you. Like they belong, like for example, him and his wife, like they had a daughter in there and that belonged to them.
Exactly.
So it just meant a lot to them. And I guess like there could have possibly even been other people who felt the same.
So faced with the question, would you rather, like, if you had to die with your family and be bound to like a small location for eternity, would it be worth it just to be in the presence of your family forever? And I guess it would be to an extent.
It would be, but I feel like your kids and stuff, they get free will to, you know, like I feel like some of them didn't really get the choice. Like they were stuck there.
Yeah, like that little girl.
Yeah, like I feel like, you know, if everyone's game, then it's one thing, but like when they're
I see what you're trying to say. Yeah, it just seems so unjust that little girl has to spend eternity there.
Yeah, and like their family's bound to it because of her, but I think they were bound to it more because also the other baby too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so, but I mean, I guess she didn't create life. She doesn't get to set the rules. I mean, as much as we don't like the rules sometimes, you know, but I mean, what else can I say about it? It was just really heartbreaking. It was a heartbreaking story. I want to see more Mike
Flanagan. That's after I saw that, like I'm definitely The Shining one. We should watch Dr. Sleep or whatever, just because I think he tells stories in such a unique way.
Yeah.
Like I really like, I just like how we walked through every single person and we saw it one way, but then when we saw it, it just came bigger picture in the end. So we saw it from that one way and we thought that way, but then you saw it come all together at the end and it was so unique.
And obviously the best part about the show was just the fact that they did use the idea that, I mean, once you're outside of space and time, I mean, we exist in something called the space-time continuum, right? And once you're outside of space and time, you can't possibly fathom how the rules are going to be laid out.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't mean there won't be rules. It doesn't mean that that's true reality. I mean, it doesn't mean that when you die, you're going to go to base reality. You could maybe just go to like a different reality. So maybe, you know, where they ended up dying and going, maybe that's not the true reality. Maybe they'll eventually awake from that dream too, in a sense. And I just thought it was really interesting for sure, because it really allowed them to, you know, like with the bent neck lady, like it all really clicked because I saw the rope and then it hit me like, they're all obviously talking and communicating with each other, and they're doing it in a way that doesn't follow the rules of space-time. So it just made a lot of sense that maybe she was seeing her own future, and maybe her eyes were opening into the veil and she was able to see past.
It was spilling.
Yeah, exactly.
Like Hugh said in, I think, episode 1.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those things, man. There's probably so many things we missed for sure. We're going to watch those videos about all the little ghosts in the background, and there's probably so many scenes that we just didn't even notice. If I ever rewatch this series, I'll definitely spend most of my time looking out for those ghosts.
Yeah, because we understand like the base of it, and like the tricks are like not there anymore. We know, but yeah, that.
I feel like I could use a rewatch on this to digest
when we
it again,
saw them,
for sure.
The ghosts were like, they made me happy to see. I was like hype about them. It was like a cool like Where's Waldo situation every frame of the show. It was. That made it really cool too.
Yeah. It made this show not so scary. I guess looking back at it, I don't really fear the ghosts the way I did. In a way, they make me optimistic. They make me hopeful for them. I'm happy for them.
Because they're not that bad. They weren't that bad. They were just there.
Even like the guy with the bowler hat, like he was a big scary ghost. But then once you really saw what was going on there, I mean, he just was like a normal sized guy.
Well, didn't they say he was like a guy who felt so little? So when he woke up, he was big all of a sudden. Yeah. So I was wondering like how could someone be that tall? But it was because like that's how he wanted to wake up.
But maybe in a reality out there, he was really that tall, and maybe it all bleeds together. Well, or something.
Maybe.
Yeah. Like I said, man, anytime you're dealing with time travel and stuff, it can get a little complicated because you're dealing with concepts that you really can hypothetically understand, but to really understand these concepts, it's just not possible.
It's kind of ruleless
because we have like a 4-dimensional brain, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. Like we just can't really perceive the rules. We can do our best to try to understand what we think, but we can really only understand a reality outside of space and time under the construct of space and time. So, you know, kind of like if they're there for reality, but the house is only going to stand for 100 years. Well, if you said, oh, well, you got to protect the house. Well, once you die in that house, time and space is irrelevant. So can't you just always be there? Like even if they do burn the house down, that would just mean no one from the future can join the house. But from the house perspective, you're always in the now. There is no. So that part's kind of confusing. I think even the show on some level the show can't get around that. You know what I mean? They can't get around that concept. So I try not to overthink it. I thought it was a wonderful story and just well written for sure. Mike Flanagan was awesome. I'll definitely check out some more of his work.
Yeah.
For sure. I know you loved it. You cry like a baby. I could feel the water dripping on my hand over here.
That one was tough.
Right.
No lie. I actually want to stop talking about it so I can stop crying. But
yeah, too much salt on my knuckles. I gotta get some lotion on my hands, even though I don't use lotion. But that's besides the point.
And you should, I
should use lotion, but man, it's just so sticky and wet.
Can we please like add the Bill Burr scene, like that stand-up thing about the lotion and
I'll regret it one day. I'll regret it. All right, guys, thank you so much for hanging out, man. This series really was something different for sure. If you have any other series that you think are gonna like inspire us, make us happy, make us really sad, make Mrs. October cry, you know, please recommend them, and we'll be back with them. So thank you guys for hanging out. We'll see you on the next one. Love y'all. Peace.